Mini Vesta lamp? What the hell are that? Wait. Lace maker's lamp? Hand candle lamp? Miner's lamp? This is niche to the extreme. I've never seen adverts for lamps in the back of a book before. Hello there, my loves. It's time once more to do another book haul. So, yes, we have the satanic candle, we have the satanic mushrooms, and we've also got the family favourite, Bishop's Finger Blast, which I will now open, my loves. In a very stupid way, because I can't use my wrist. Fuck off. Right, let's put that over there. Anyway, cheers. You always know what you're getting with a bit of Bishop's Finger Blast. It's always delicious. And it's agreeably priced as well. But anyway, this is enough of that fucking nonsense. The first thing I'm going to show you is something I bought today, my lads. I bought a piece of art. Now, prepare yourselves. Check this shit out. I may not be able to get it all in view here. In fact, there's no way I'm going to be able to. Let's get the Bishop's Finger Blast out of the way. Let's move everything. The satanic bells will be playing in a minute. Anyway, look at this. It's a piece of... I believe it was painted by Native American. Lynn Rush, I believe the name is. I thought it was Lena or Linna, but it's Lynn Rush. And it's been painted on a burr of wood. I think that's what you would call it. Quite wonderful. I would like to know, actually, what kind of wood this has been painted on. It's very hard. I read a little bit about her work. Apparently she would paint on redwood, but I don't know if this is an example of that. But yeah, I really like it. I quite like her expression. She appears to be of a similar age to me. At times she looks kind of kind and happy, and other times it looks like she's questioning me in a certain way. And the bells are playing, yes. But there we are. I'm going to give it a little sniff. Yeah, it smells of wood. Obviously, get down there. But yeah, I don't buy much art, really. I tend to do it myself. But there's something nice about owning a bit of art, isn't there? I think she's based, or used to be based in California. I couldn't get much information about her, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to hang that on my bookshelf. Anyway, let's move on to the books. Okay, so we've got some odds and sods, really, to begin with. So I got a big box of books last month, so I've been parceling it up. This is the second instalment of that. But today I bought another book, because I had to get out of the house because we had some electricians round, and I don't like strangers being in the house at the best of times, but they had to turn the power off, and when the power goes off, there's fuck all I can do, so I had to go off walking. And I saw this, Wolf Hall by Hilary Mantel. Now this is made into a fantastic series, I think made by the BBC, about Thomas Cromwell and Henry VIII, primarily, Tudor times. But yeah, it was based on a book, and it won the 2009 Man Booker Prize. So yeah, I'd really love to read this at some point. The only thing that puts me off is at the beginning we've got a cast of characters that's as long as your arm, and various family trees. Of course, it's all based on historical fact, I imagine. I don't think she's played fast and loose with what happens, but perhaps she has. I don't know anything about it, but there we are, Wolf Hall. I won't bother scanning that. I think it's quite a nice cover, but it's not science fiction, so it can fuck off. Or fantasy. Okay, and then the next one is a bit of an odds and sods as well. The Book of Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi. Now, this is quite a famous book, I think, although I'd never heard of it until recently. But apparently written by a samurai. I don't really know much about it, but it's a very small book. Slightly disappointing in that I assume this is way out of copyright, so anyone's free to parcel it up any way they want. So someone's put this together. I've got another book that's a very similar format to this, so I think it's self-published, perhaps. I don't know. I mean, it says at the back, Lightning Source UK. Milton Keynes. I think it's probably that kind of thing. But it's got some nice illustrations in it. And it's about the ways of war, really. Not that I'm preparing to go to war or indeed go out to try and kill anyone, but I thought it might be interesting because I have written some fantasy in the past, fantasy fiction, and I have described some battles and whatnot, but I don't know anything about sword play or anything like that. So I thought it might be quite useful. But this is what you've all been waiting for. I've got lots of science fiction here. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the devils. The standard set. I normally aim for around 8, especially when we're spending time sniffing the bastards. Okay, the first one. Here we go. No particular order. Fucking light bouncing all over the place here. There we go. Okay, Strange Creatures from Time and Space by John Keel. Now, hairy giants and circular flying machines, fantastic winged monsters, phantom killers of people and livestock, 13-foot tall bigs with 3 sets of fucking arms. Now, what is it? Is this a series of short stories? I don't know. Yeah, I think it might be lots of little ditties, perhaps. When was this published? 1979. The year of my birth, obviously. Yes, everyone knows that. Yeah, I don't think reading this would... to study the bizarre and unexplained, John Keel does not aim to make you believe or disbelieve it. He merely seeks to make you aware of what is happening, to warn you that something... whatever its source is engulfing our planet, what its intention is, only time will tell. It would help if I could fucking read, my loves, but still struggle with that. Yeah, so it looks like it's a bit of field studies of various weird shit that's happened. Man-shaped object manoeuvring at low altitude. Okay, interesting. Have a look at this cover. It looks a bit shit, I think. It's published by Sphere. Let's give it a sniff. Now, I could very well be just picking up overtones of the painting, but this definitely smells of wood. Yeah, wood. Cracking way to start. Now, I made the mistake before of drinking a cup of tea. I had no intention of doing this tonight, so I'm ill prepared. So I'm laying Bishop's finger right on top of a cup of tea. It's a heady mix. But there we are. We've got to do these things. Okay, next one. We've got a Robert A. Heinlein, 6th column, a novel. Bayan Books, is that how you pronounce it? Look at this wizard fucker. How the hell can you carry around a staff with a fucking cube on the top like that? These people have no idea of what wizards do with their staffs, and that is certainly not what you do with it. Put a great big cube on the fucker. What's this? We've got American currency here by the looks of it. $52.50. I don't think so. What's going on there? Okay, let's read the blurb. One by one, the free nations had fallen until America stood alone in arms against the world. Then, as researchers toiled desperately to complete works on a weapon that might yet turn the tide of battle, she too fell. Now, though scattered resistant flares throughout our continent, the only real hope resides in a mountain redoubt where 6 men work in secret on a plan to rock the planet. Rock, motherfucker! Okay, perhaps a rock band are trying to save the world. Who knows? Right, when was this published? Originally, the copyright goes back to 49 and 41, but this was, 1990 for this one. Printed in the United States. We've got an American copy here. Somehow it's winged its way over here. I think it's because no one wanted to pay $52 for it. Yeah, perhaps. The spine is pretty damn good. I don't think it's been read. It looks pretty nice inside. But, yeah, the back cover looks like old parchment. Okay, have a look at this shambolic illustration of a wizard, if that's what it's supposed to be. And I'm going to sniff it. Ooh. Milk! Half a pint of milk. I'm already popping the next one out before I'm ready. I'm that eager. Discoveries, a unique science fiction anthology presented by Focus magazine. So I used to get Focus. It's kind of a science and technology magazine. I don't really buy magazines anymore. But so if you look on the back here, this is where it was stuck perhaps to the magazine and you had to pry the fucker off with a crowbar. But yeah, so this is a selection of short stories. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Prison Dreams by Paul J. Macaulay, whatever. Blood Music by Greg Bear. Now, I've been trying to get hold of the short story version of Blood Music. I've got the novel length version. That'd be interesting to read. The Charisma Trees by Robert Holstock. Dark Night in Toyland by Bob Shaw. Yes, I know Bob. Virtually Lucid Lucy. Oh, that's a wonderful title. By Ian Watson. Morpheus by Tricia Sullivan. I've heard of her as well. Winning by Ian MacDonald, who may or may not have had a farm. Oh, MacDonald, there's a little joke there. Yeah, so this is cheating, really. Someone threw this into the box of books that I purchased, and it came free with a bloody magazine. Can you believe it? I'm not even going to sniff that one. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading the Blood Music. There's a contraption outside with its motor running. You probably can't hear that, but it's weighing very heavily on my tits. I wish they'd fuck off. Okay, next, my lads, right? We've got Roger Zelazny's The Guns of Avalon. Avalon. Never heard of it. Well, actually, I think I have heard of The Guns of Avalon. Or Avalon? That's a Brian Ferry song, isn't it? Not The Guns of Avalon, but Avalon. Anyway, so yeah, what's going on here? Roger Zelazny. I've only read one of his books. This Immortal. Yeah, that's the only one I've read. Amber. Black. Back towards his magic strides Corwin, Prince of Amber, as the dark powers of the shadow worlds rise against him. Okay, this is part of a series, isn't it? Amber series? Yes, Amber series. I won't read the blurb then. Is this worth reading? So I didn't know Zelazny wrote fantasy. This is high fantasy, I imagine. To Bob and Phyllis Rosman. This one was published in 1985. Very nice condition. Although we do have a little blob here of excretia from the tip of an old man's penis, perhaps. But there we are. We always have that risk. Gordon R. Dixon. I've been meaning to get more of his work. Eye of Cat. John Varley. Yeah, read that one. Amtrak Wars, read that. Whoa. Okay, cast your eyes over that. Yeah, it's a fairly nice image, isn't it? Of it could be King Arthur brandishing Excalibur. Ooh. Fuck all. Nothing there. Nothing. I don't know who they've got playing the bells today, but they are fucking up royally. I don't know if you can hear it. It's clanging. mightily. Look at this. Okay, we've got Ian Watson. Wasn't that mentioned as one of the contributors to the Focus? I can't remember. I've already forgotten. But we've got a price tag here of 35 pence, crossed out by the looks of it, with 10 pence there. And a mighty starship there. Quite nice, quite nice. Fair bit of airbrushing going on there. It's okay. I mean, back in the day when I was a young man, I used to be obsessed with spaceships. And so I still judge spaceships or drawings, or illustrations, paintings of spaceships by my old sense of what was good and bad. For me, this is quite nice. I would struggle to draw something like this or paint it myself, but it's still not Foss, is it? It's nowhere near Foss. Anyway, right. The spine has got a mighty groove down the middle of it. It's been treated badly. Okay, cover illustration by David Jackson. Anyone heard of him? I haven't. That doesn't mean anything though. I'm sure he was prolific and I'm sure he's very good. I'm just being very harsh today. Okay, I'm going to read this. Prepare yourself. See if I can read it. Let's test whether I can read. It is 1997, time of the millennium. Earth has been alerted by messengers of God and summoned to his planet of angels. That doesn't sound like my kind of book, my loves. Oh, come on, let's just give it a chance. For pity's sake. 82 Eridani. Powered by a mysterious space drive found in the Gobi Desert, a crusading spaceship is launched through high space to explore this heavenly world. In fear and wonder, Amy and her companions travel on an hallucinatory, mind-expanding voyage. Fighting spectral foes, encountering revelatory visions in a starship propelled by imagination. This sounds awful. Then, in a series of dream contacts, searingly, achingly real, Amy discovers the true identity of the alien inhabitants of God's world, and Ian Watson illuminates his own shimmering new world of ideas. I don't know about that, my love. I don't know about that at all. Sounds fucking awful. That's what I think. But what do you think? Have you read it? Is it worth reading? Am I being a bit too harsh? I usually am. It was published in 1979, or this edition, which is a good thing. Oh no, 1982. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. No secrets. See, from these private sellers on eBay, they take all of the bloody goods out of there. They get all the treasure maps and all the rest of it. There's a mark on the top there. Remaindered stock, perhaps? I mean, whoever was remaindering the stock only got halfway through, and then even they couldn't be bothered to finish the task. But anyway, have a look at that spaceship. Tell me how much you think it's better than Foss, and I'll probably start crying. Anyway, here we go. Oh. Yes. Got a bit of pipe tobacco in this one. Beautiful. Almost makes me want to fire up my own briar. I've got my sister and her partner gave me a pipe for my last birthday. I still haven't cracked it out on here. I will do that soon, my loves. There's something for you to look forward to. Yes, that'll be the highlight, of course. Me getting my pipe out. Right. Next. Hello. $6. We've got some more American fare here. Again, it's winged its way over here somehow. Originally 95 cents. Some miscreants trying to sell it off for $6. Is it worth that? Ooh, hello. We've got a nice green tinge to the... This is something we don't really get much over here, is this staining of the sides. I really like it, I must say. It's otherworldly to my sensibilities. The fifth fantasy in the saga of Jandar, alien in a land of 1,000 foes. So we've got this I mean, this dinosaur, you'll see it a bit more clearly later on, but it looks like a man who's wearing a dinosaur suit. That's what I would say. It doesn't really look like a dinosaur. We've got a couple of people down here brandishing shields and very, very feeble-looking swords, and they're trying to kill it, I think. But this is number 5 in a series. Never, ever heard of this. I won't read the... Oh, hello. I'll read a little bit of it. Sounds interesting already. From his airship by the cannibalistic Zarkoon Birdmen while leading his aerial armada to an attack on the hidden city of Kerr, devises a daring escape into the land beyond the world's edge, but in this unknown terrain with only a nubile jungle maid as a guide, he is no longer the hunter but the hunted. Prey for the giant fang-snouted Groak, game for the ferocious six-legged Orphodes, and stalked by a fate far worse than death, which forces him to renounce all hope of rescue, the merciless vengeance of the fiendish mind wizards of Callisto. Now, that is a blurb and a half, my loves. Compared to Ian Watson's God's World, that was a cracker. I want to get into this. Oh, look at this. We've got some daubings as well. You may not be able to see this because my camera's being particularly salty today. Bit of a bastard today. It went down to £2 here by the looks of it. Some dandy was trying to sell it for £15. What's going on here? Got a fucking map. Fanator. Lynn Carter, jungle country with a lake and a river that looks like a piece of spunk, spermatozoa, should I say? Interesting. It's got a map. I'm all in, my loves, all in. Nice crinkly paper. Anyway, have a look at the cover. Now I'm going to sniff this. When was this bloody released, by the way? Listen to that. Ooh. Okay, first printing March 1975. So, yes, 1975. No, it's quite old. Ooh. Smells like a dusty bell. A dusty bell end. No, I don't know what that smells of. It had a modicum of wood about it, but I think it's because it's from America. My knowledge of American books is very lacking in the olfactory sense. Okay, next. What'll I be done? Book 5. We got book 6, my lad. Okay, Mind Wizard of Callisto, Lankar of Callisto. Would you believe it? So what's going on here? We've still got this kind of buccaneer here with a sword and shield. Instead of trying to attack a giant dinosaur, he's trying to attack... He's completely lost his mind. He's trying to attack this poor, innocent aeroplane thing. And in the background here we've got some planets and what appears to be a brain encased in a glass ball on top of this building here. It's all going on. Let's see if the it's got the same kind of op art design on the back that makes your eyes go a bit shit. Let's see if this blurb measures up to the other. Jandar the alien lost in the mysterious and treacherous domain of the insidious Mind Wizards. Searching for him is a fearless armada of his loyal friends and a stranger who knows him better than anyone on Callisto. The stranger, Lankar, is none other than Lynn Carter, accidentally transported through the gate between the worlds to the land of the Fanatorians. Aware of Jandar's plight, Lankar joins the search beyond the world's edge and suddenly finds himself savagely battling for his own existence against the most nightmarish creatures on the planet, the gruesome flesh robots of Kerr, and the fiendish mind wizards of Callisto themselves. Okay, not quite as arresting as the other blurb. Look at this. This has been printed in blood. It must have been. The Eye Opener Bookstore, 314 10th Street, America. Brandon, Man. Where's this? Is that a zip code, or is this actually Manchester over here? I don't know. Very interesting. Very interesting. Stamped in blood. See if it's got a map. Yes, it's got that map. Okay, so it looks as though, judging by the blurb we've just read, that Lynn Carter, the protagonist of this story, has perhaps been transported from our world into this setting. And this is the map they've created themselves, so that's why it looks hand-drawn. Interesting. I do love portal fantasy, or it's known as isekai. Isekai? It's like a Japanese word derived from manga. That scenario in manga where you get transported to another world. I think they call it isekai, something like that. I can't remember now. But anyway, there we are, and it's also stained this nice blue colour. I imagine it was probably more vibrant back in the day. Let's see if this one's from 1975 as well. Yes, it is. This is part of a collection. I haven't got any others though. Damn it. See, it's the trouble. Sometimes you get these job lots and they're just all incomplete. But anyway, I've got 5 and 6 now. Let's hope there's not 20 of the fuckers, but I might try and buy them. Anyway, look at the cover. What do you think of that? Let's have a sniff. Oh. Oh, it's painful, this one is. Yes, that one smells like a trouser snake. Yeah, so we had the bell and now we've got the shaft. So yeah, both of them smell like a cock. Apologies, I'm slightly off my tits here. Just need a small bishop. Who's that bloody infernal contraption outside is still out there. The engine idling. I think they're probably casing the joint. And they're going to be coming in here, all guns blazing, trying to nick my books. Anyway, Legacy of the Stars by John Gregory. Now this cover looks sun-bleached to within an inch of its life. And strangely, the back and the spine appear untouched. It's the front of the devil. So someone's had this on a shelf full face to the sun and it's bleached the living fucking daylights out of the poor bastard. But it's an okay. It's not Foss though, is it? Look at this contraption. It's okay, but it's not Foss. Anyway, okay. Originally in the United Kingdom, £1.95. So this has got to be late 80s. That's what I'm going to plumb for. Okay, the Star People. They came from another universe. Peace-loving beings seeking a hospitable planet on which to settle. Fair enough. The world they found seemed ideal for the purpose. A green and fertile paradise where they could establish a highly advanced civilization and pass on their knowledge to the backward inhabitants, light years behind them in development. But the welcoming land concealed a terrible secret, one that threatened not only the astral visitors, but the very future of the human race. So who are the simpletons? I guess we are, the humans. But we have a secret, my loves, and the aliens, they don't know what to make of it. That's probably what it's about. What's all this? High quality reproductions. Wall brackets? Ah! Mini Vesta lamp? What the hell are they? Wait. Lace maker's lamp? Hand candle lamp? Miner's lamp? This is niche to the extreme. I've never seen adverts for lamps in the back of a book before. I don't know what to make of that. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I just had to wiggle my mouse because the computer is trying to turn itself off. Okay, 1983, originally published in the USA in 1979. Getting lots of 1979. This is wonderful. But yeah, nothing else going on. Where are all the bloody secrets? just a bunch of lamps. Have you ever encountered adverts for lamps in your books before? Perhaps this is a phenomenon unique to America. Is it? I don't know. Have you ever bought a lamp? Have you ever bought a miner's lamp from the back of your science fiction book before? Anyway, take a look at this sun-blasted bastard of a cover. Tell me what you think. Is it as good as Foss? Of course it isn't. Anyway. Ah. Oh yes, I've smelled this before. Yes, yes. Yes, it's an old man's nutsack. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Don't make a strong cup of tea. This is advice for you here. Don't make a strong cup of tea and then swiftly follow it with some bishop's finger, because it'll play havoc with your noggin. Okay, last but not least, we've got some James Blish. Okay, right. Okay, so Cities in Flight. I've got a feeling I've got one of his Cities in Flight books somewhere over there. But this appears to be all in one volume, so an omnibus edition. Now, that's how you paint a spaceship. It could be Foss. I'm gonna say it's Foss, but it probably isn't. I don't know. But that's a cracker. I mean, look at that. Look at those thruster ports there. They're absolutely gaping wide. Getting ready to fucking blast off into space. Of course, it could be the front of the craft. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, our price, £1.25. Wait a second. I didn't confirm how much. So I said this was late 80s, didn't I? Oh, I did look at the bloody... Well, it was early 80s. Anyway, fuck it. 125, so this is 80s. Early 80s. I'm going to plumb for that. I don't know anything about this. This is a very small blurb, so I'll read it. They shall have stars, a life for the stars, Earthman, come home, the triumph... Those are the 4 books. I was trying to read it as a sentence. Excuse me. James Blish's epic history of the future of the cities that left the Earth to roam into stellar space. Excuse me. That one hurt. It's like Battlestar Galactica, isn't it? Not my belch, but the blurb. Makes up one of the landmark works of science fiction. Now, for the first time, the 4 classic Oki books are available in one volume. Okay, so which one have I got? One of those, perhaps. Great big book. Various copyrights pertaining to the original publications. This one, though, was flopped out in 1987. Okay, so I was wrong there. Yeah, that's quite cheap for the late 80s, I would say. It was originally £3.95. No one was buying it. I think they were put off by the girth of this fella. Where the fuck are all the bloody What the hell is this? A sacred piece of parchment. Interesting. I'll study that in a moment. There could be a map hidden inside. What's all this shit? Fictitious history of this book, I imagine. Okay, nothing else going on. Check out that cover there. I will sniff it in a moment. Anyway, first let's have a look at this. Just a piece of cardboard. But it's quite hard, rigid. Who knows? Anyway, put it back in, never see it again. What do you think of that cover? I ain't bloody sniffed it yet. Yes. Yes, no. Yes. It smells of the undercarriage of a moth. I think we've had that before. Yeah, it's slightly dusty, musty, slightly fecal. Okay, there we are, my loves. We've run out of books. I could do that all night, I can tell you that now, but by the end I would be completely fucking mad. It doesn't help that it's very hot in here. It's the satanic candle. It's playing havoc with the local weather in this room. Although it doesn't help that we had a new heater fitted today. That's why the electricians were here. Maybe that's why it's on. Don't need it on now. Bloody winter's gone. We've got lovely weather. Anyway, there we are, my loves. Thank you for watching again, if you have. I've got another load of books, about 10, I think, left in the box to flop out next time. So we'll see what other wonders might spring forth. I just kind of pulled out a divot of them to show you today. I'm trying not to look at them before showing you so that we get a nice surprise together. Yeah, I'm kind of grasping at straws trying to make these videos entertaining, shall we say, or interesting in some way. Otherwise, it's just you watching me getting plastered on one bottle of Bishop's Finger. Anyway, let's leave it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, my loves. Cheerio.